Hey everybody, this is Danny Jr. And man, we're at the final stage, right? We're at video 3 of a 3-part series entitled The Simple Steps, or the 3 Simple Steps to a Life Change. And so we went through part 1 that talked about that you need to make a decision. You need to decide to make a change. That without making the decision, nothing will change. And you have to want that decision. You want that change so much that you make the decision. It has to be strong enough, compelling enough for you to actually make a life change. And we talked about part 2, right? Or the second phase, which is that you need to plan to. That, besides you actually deciding, you need to develop or create a plan that allows you to get to that decision much quicker. Without a plan, it's very difficult for you to actually truly change because you haven't planned out how you're going to obtain that of which you've decided. But this third part is absolutely critical beyond the first 2. All of them have to work together, but without this third part, the first 2 parts mean absolutely nothing. And that is, you need to act to. You need to act to. You see, if you decided in your mind, for example, that you want to create and develop a business, because you realize that in order for you to live the lifestyle that you want to, that a business is the only way for you to do that, then you've made a decision, bet. Then after that, you've created a plan. You've designed this magnificent plan, this outline that goes detail after detail, has a schedule. It's perfect, right? You have the exact plans or the blueprint on how this business is going to be created. You can have the first 2 steps, but if you don't actually act on the plan of the decision that you made, then nothing will ever manifest itself. I know you've heard many people, probably your friends and family, maybe your significant other, that they've always talked about what they're going to do, right? They had this big, amazing dream. Like, I'm going to do this. I'm telling you right now that from this moment forward, I'm going to do this, and this. And they say, hey, this is how I'm going to do it. And they had a plan, but every single day you saw them sitting around watching television, right? You saw them on the game or watching the new latest gossip. And they were, maybe on blogs, and they were basically, watching football games or basketball games. And so you would never see them really doing anything that they said. They were so passionate about the decision that they made. They had a plan that they showed you, that they outlined, but they ain't do nothing. They did absolutely nothing. So you who are watching this video right now, I desire in the very fabric of who I am for you to have a life change. But in order for a life change to happen, you actually have to do something. You have to move. You have to put yourself in a position that says, not only have I made the decision, but I am going to act on this decision that I made. I have a plan right here that's been outlined. Now it's time for me to actually do something for that of which I've decided to do. I'm going to move. I don't know what the results are going to be. I'm going to find out. But if I don't move, I'll never know what those actions would have been or what the results would have been, because I haven't taken any action. I have to tell you guys something. We're all gonna die eventually. Some will die earlier than they expect to. Some will die later. I'm sorry to be so pessimistic, I guess it would be, or sorry to be so real, but it's the truth. The most valuable asset that we have is our time. What makes our time more valuable is what we do during the time that we have. And so you need to make a decision. You need to plan what you're going to do based on the decision that you made. And then you need to act upon that decision. Guys, I believe that with the very fabric of who I am, that I believe that this system, the MTTB system from the company named Mold, will absolutely change your financial life. I believe it. Excuse me, I believe it. I believe that it would change your life for the better. But in order for you to actually find out, you have to actually take some action. You need to decide that you're going to take a shot. And, you know, if you go in a room of 20 people and every single one of them have a dream and every single one of them have a plan, only a few of them will actually act on it. And what occurs is that what happens is that the individuals who didn't take the action resents those individuals who took the action. But they all had the same opportunity at the same time. What made the difference? What made the difference is that the people who actually took action wanted it better than the other people. And I hope and I wish that was you. And I want it to be you. So if it is you, then go ahead and click on the link or send a comment or like the status if you really agree with what I'm saying. And I guarantee you that the life that you now know is great. It will be even better. Take care.